everyone, my name is Dr. Nelson. I'm a new faculty member in the department, and today I'm going to talk a bit about the research program that I'm establishing here at NC State. And so when we look at the systems that are pictured in these 6 circles, they have a few different features in common. So the first is that they're all biological systems, and the second is that they're all really difficult to model. So traditionally, engineers have always strived to develop mathematical formulations to describe different types of processes that are important for understanding for the purpose of creating engineered designs or management plans to address problems for which we're trying to develop solutions. But what do we do in situations in which we can't develop those types of mathematical formulations to simulate the dynamics that we're interested in studying? And so this is increasingly becoming more and more of a problem as engineers are expected to address problems that are occurring at pretty large scales. So instead of, say, designing a bridge that would tackle a very specific type of problem, increasingly we're expected to come up with solutions to problems that are occurring at fairly complex scales. So we can think of ecosystem scale problems where you might have to consider the fact that there are many different interacting species, there are chemical and biological and physical processes and feedbacks which we have to take into account all of those various interactions. But unfortunately, we don't always know what those interactions are, and we certainly don't typically know how we can actually model those interactions with specific mathematical formulations. But luckily, we're in this age of technology when increasingly there are more and more data available that are being collected through a whole variety of different types of sensors. So for example, earlier Dr. Robertson mentioned that they're putting many different types of sensors out in the field. We also have sensors in space, so satellite imagery. So there are a lot of different observations of these different types of systems that we can start to evaluate to understand what types of system dynamics are important for studying these types of questions from an engineering perspective. And so instead of developing mathematical formulations to simulate those different processes, we can start to look at patterns in the data and see if there's a way in which we can really try to simulate those patterns as opposed to the fundamental processes underlying those system dynamics. So in my program, I'm interested in applying these types of data-based evaluation methods, which we also call data analytics. And I'm interested in hearing what you all would like to do with those types of methods in the future. So thank you.